People over 60 don't fall simply because they're old, they often fall because their legs have become weak. And a single fall can be the starting point for many serious health complications down the line. Welcome to Senior Health Insights, your guide to revitalizing energy and refreshing your life after 60. After this age, muscle strength, especially in your legs, isn't a luxury. It's the very foundation of independent living, freedom of movement, and the ability to live healthily without depending on others. However, with each year of improper exercise, you can lose up to 3 to 5% of your muscle mass. This makes simple tasks, like climbing stairs or even getting up from a chair, increasingly difficult. But here's the good news, with just 5 simple exercises, done at home, no equipment needed, you can absolutely slow down this weakening process, and even regain lost strength. And in today's video, I'll share with you 5 easy-to-do exercises, backed by clinical research, that will help strengthen your legs, improve your balance, and protect you from unnecessary risks. Stay with us until the end, because exercise number 5, simple yet incredibly effective, could become your secret to keeping your legs strong throughout your senior years. Let's get started. Let's begin with a foundational movement, the squat. Yes, you heard that right, the squat. We know squats often get a bad rap, especially among older adults. Perhaps you've heard they're bad for the knees, too strenuous for seniors, or simply too difficult at this stage of life. But let's clear this up, when done correctly, squats are not your enemy. In fact, they are one of the most beneficial exercises for healthy aging. Why? Because squats help improve leg strength, protect your knees by building surrounding muscle, enhance balance, promote blood circulation, support better posture, and help preserve bone density. Believe it or not, they even aid digestion and promote cardiovascular health by engaging large muscle groups. Essentially, squats are like an anti-aging multivitamin, but in exercise form. Now, let's go over how to perform a squat correctly, because your form is crucial. Start by standing tall, with your feet hip-width apart. Your toes should point slightly outwards. Slowly bend at your hips and knees, as if you're about to sit in an invisible chair. Keep your chest lifted, your back straight, and ensure your knees track in line with your toes. Don't let your knees extend too far forward. When you reach a comfortable depth, press through your heels to stand back up. If this full movement feels too challenging, start with chair squats. Simply lower yourself enough to lightly touch the seat of a chair before standing back up. Still need more support? Try holding on to the back of a sturdy chair or a kitchen counter for balance. And if that's still a challenge, wall squats, using a yoga ball or a pillow behind your back for support, can also be effective and safe. These variations are just as powerful as the traditional version when performed consistently. Accompanying the squat movement is the breath. Movement is only half the equation. Oxygen and breath control are equally important. Proper breathing helps you maintain stability, regulate blood pressure, and support your muscles as they contract. The general rule is simple: inhale as you lower into the squat, and exhale as you push back up. Think, inhale down, exhale up. If you're new to coordinating breath with movement, here's a simple guide: stand tall and relax. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand, not just your chest. Exhale slowly through your mouth, as if you're gently blowing through a straw. Maintain this breathing pattern throughout your exercise. This approach not only calms the mind but also protects your spine, helps prevent dizziness, and engages your core for added stability. Now, before we move on, let's address some common squatting mistakes to avoid. First, don't let your knees cave inward or drift too far past your toes. This puts unnecessary stress on your joints. Second, maintain good posture. Avoid rounding your back or leaning too far forward. Third, remember to breathe. It sounds simple, but many people unconsciously hold their breath during exercise. And finally, don't go too deep too soon. Start at your current ability level. Your squat depth will naturally improve as your strength increases. Progress is something you earn over time. Never force it. With consistent practice, squats can help you perform daily tasks like getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or walking with more ease and stability, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Now, let's move on to another fantastic anti-aging exercise, the glute bridge. Don't be intimidated by the name. This is a low-impact, easy-to-learn, and highly effective movement, especially if you've ever experienced lower back pain, hip stiffness, or difficulty getting up from a seated position. The glute bridge targets your gluteal muscles, your rear, hamstrings, and lower back, while also opening up your hips and improving your core stability. These muscle groups are crucial for everyday tasks like walking, standing, and climbing stairs. They even help prevent strain on your spine. Here's how to perform a glute bridge safely. Lie on your back on a comfortable surface, a yoga mat, a carpet, or even your bed. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Rest your arms alongside your body. From this position, press your heels into the floor. Squeeze your glutes and slowly lift your hips towards the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Pause briefly at the top. Then, slowly lower your hips back to the starting position. That's 1 repetition. If you have lower back sensitivity or limited mobility, reduce the height of your lift. You can also place a pillow or rolled-up towel under your hips for added support. For a more advanced version, try lifting one leg at a time or placing a pillow between your knees to engage your inner thigh muscles. As for the breathing part, take a deep inhale as you prepare, and exhale slowly as you lift your hips. Let's go over some common mistakes when performing glute bridges. A big one is overextending the hips, which can cause your lower back to arch and create unnecessary strain. Remember, your torso should form a straight line, no more. Another mistake is pushing with your toes instead of your heels. This reduces glute activation and shifts the work to your knees. Always push through your heels. Also, keep your knees stable. Don't let them splay outwards or collapse inwards. They should remain in line with your hips throughout the movement. And finally, avoid rushing. This exercise isn't about speed. It's about control, precision, and activating the right muscles with each repetition. Now, let's look at a valuable third movement, the assisted reverse lunge. This exercise is one of the most practical and effective tools you can add to your routine, especially as you age. It builds leg strength, improves balance, increases hip flexibility, and even engages your core muscles. Importantly, it mimics real-life actions like stepping backward, bending down low, or regaining balance after a stumble, making it incredibly relevant for older adults. If you've noticed yourself feeling less steady recently, or if you've started avoiding stairs or uneven terrain, this move can help you rebuild confidence. And don't worry if it sounds difficult. It's called assisted for a reason. You can hold on to a sturdy chair, a kitchen counter, or even use a walker for support as you build strength and coordination. We're not talking about full-blown lunges here. This is a gentle, supported movement. You'll be holding onto a chair, a wall, or even a kitchen counter to keep yourself safe and steady throughout the exercise. Safety is always the top priority, especially when we're focusing on balance and lower body strength in our later years. Here's how to do it correctly. Stand tall with good posture, holding onto a stable support with one hand. This could be a countertop, the back of a chair, or even a stair railing. From this position, step one leg straight back, gently lowering your back knee towards the floor, or only as far as you can comfortably go without pain or strain. Your front knee should be directly over your ankle, not past your toes. That alignment keeps your joint safe and secure. Once you've lowered down, press through the heel of your front foot to return to a standing position. Repeat this movement on the same side a few times, then switch to the other leg. Go slowly and don't push your body beyond its comfort zone. Even with a shorter range of motion, you're still getting all the core benefits of this movement. With consistency, your strength and range will increase over time. Let's take a moment to talk about breathing, which many people overlook during exercise. Inhale as you step back and begin to lower. Exhale as you push yourself back up to a standing position. That exhale is more than just a breath. It gives your body core stability, anchors your movement, and helps avoid holding unnecessary tension. Now, let's go over a couple of the most common mistakes people make with this lunge, and I'll guide you as if I were right there beside you, gently correcting your form. First, don't let your front knee travel forward past your toes. That puts unnecessary stress on your knee joint. Instead, focus on keeping that knee stacked right over your ankle. Think of it as a strong, vertical block. Second, don't forget about your back leg. A lot of people just let it drag or hang back without intention. Instead, try to lower it purposefully, even if it's just a small movement. Engaging both legs helps you build strength evenly and safely. Next, pay attention to your posture. Try not to lean forward or slump your shoulders. Instead, stay upright and tall, keeping your chest open. This not only helps with balance but also improves your breathing. And here's a big one, don't skip the support. Holding onto something while doing this exercise isn't cheating. It's smart. It keeps you steady and reduces the risk of falling. The goal isn't to challenge your balance to a dangerous degree. It's to build strength safely, with support. Even just a few assisted reverse lunges each day can make a noticeable difference. You'll feel more stable, more in control of your movements, and less fearful of falling, which for many seniors is one of the biggest barriers to staying active. And to me, that's what real progress looks like. Next up is one of my personal favorites, especially when it comes to improving hip strength, balance, and preventing falls, the standing side leg raise. At first glance, this might seem like a small, simple movement, but don't be fooled. It targets your outer hips and glute muscles, key players in keeping you steady when you walk, get up from a chair, or shift your weight from side to side. Strengthening these muscles also plays a big role in protecting your knees, hips, and lower back from unnecessary strain and pressure. Even better, it's one of the most accessible exercises out there. No getting down on the floor, no jumping, and no fancy equipment needed. Here's how to do it: stand tall next to a chair or countertop. Lightly place one hand on the surface for balance. Set your feet hip-width apart. Now, gently shift your weight onto one leg. Make sure that knee is soft, not locked. Once you're steady, inhale to prepare. Then, exhale slowly as you lift the opposite leg out to the side. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead and maintain an upright posture. Avoid leaning away from the leg you're lifting. Pause for a second at the top of the movement. You should feel the muscles on the side of your hip working. Then slowly lower your leg as you inhale. That's it. It's small, focused, and incredibly effective. If standing feels too difficult or tiring right now, you can easily do a similar movement lying down. Simply lie on one side with your legs stacked. Rest your head on a pillow or your arm. Then, as you exhale, lift your top leg. Inhale as you lower it back down. You'll still get that same burn in your outer hip, but without the added challenge of balancing. Want a little more challenge? You can add a resistance band around your thighs or pause for 3 seconds at the top of each leg lift before lowering. That little pause increases muscle activation and adds value to every rep. Now, let's go over a few things to keep in mind, even with this simple movement. First, don't lean your upper body to the opposite side in an effort to lift your leg higher. That reduces the effectiveness of the exercise and puts strain on your lower back. Keep your body centered and upright. Also, keep your toes pointing forward, not turned out. We're not flinging the leg. We're lifting with control and intention. And remember, this isn't a race. Go slowly. Move with purpose and focus on your form. Finally, don't hold your breath. Stay relaxed and breathe naturally throughout the movement. Ready for the next one? Let's move on to the inner thigh squeeze. This exercise helps strengthen your adductor muscles, which are the muscles on the inside of your thighs. These muscles are crucial for leg stability, coordination, and even contribute to bladder control in older adults. Start by sitting upright in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent at about a 90-degree angle. Place a small, soft ball, a rolled-up towel, or even a pillow between your knees. Inhale to center yourself. Then, exhale slowly as you squeeze your knees together, gently pressing into the object. Hold the squeeze for 3 seconds. Inhale again as you gently release the pressure. Repeat in a calm, steady rhythm. This movement builds strength in a deep and often neglected area without stressing your joints. If you're looking for a gentler version, use a softer pillow and reduce the intensity of your squeeze. On the other hand, if you want to increase the challenge, use a firmer ball or hold the squeeze for up to 5 seconds. As always, posture is key. Keep your back straight and your shoulders relaxed. Avoid leaning forward or letting your feet lift off the floor. The power should come from your thighs, not from clenching your glutes or holding your breath. Consistent practice of this exercise can improve knee alignment, support your lower back, and even help stabilize your pelvic floor. You might be wondering, do I need to do all of these exercises? How do I fit them into my daily routine? Don't worry. At the end of the video, I'll walk you through a couple of sample schedules. That way, you can incorporate these movements into your daily life without feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Each of these exercises targets a different area of your body. And it's that variety that helps keep your muscles balanced, your joints supported, and your overall movement fluid and confident. Now, let's talk about another powerful yet simple movement, the calf raise. Your calf muscles do more than just help you walk. They play an essential role in circulation and balance. In fact, calves are sometimes called the second heart, because they help pump blood back up to your heart, especially when you're standing or walking. This is crucial as we age, and even more so if you experience poor circulation or issues with swelling or varicose veins. To perform a calf raise, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Hold onto a chair, countertop, or wall for support. Inhale to prepare. Then, exhale slowly as you rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off the ground. Pause briefly at the top to feel your calves working. Then, inhale as you lower your heels back down in a smooth, controlled motion. If standing is too challenging, you can absolutely do this seated. Simply lift your heels off the floor while keeping the balls of your feet on the ground. That gentle movement still engages your calves and helps promote circulation. Want a little more advancement? Try holding the raised position a bit longer or doing one leg at a time. Just make sure to avoid leaning forward or rushing. Stay tall, move with control, and breathe naturally. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. This is one of those exercises you can do almost any time, while brushing your teeth, waiting for the kettle to boil, or standing in line. It's great for your heart, your legs, and your overall energy. It keeps your legs feeling light and helps reduce that heavy feeling many experience at the end of the day. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment to let me know which exercise resonated most with you. Your feedback is what motivates us to continue bringing you more quality, practical content every day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Senior Health Insights, where we help you revitalize energy and refresh your life after 60. This is a simple way to ensure you don't miss out on other useful tips for health and independence. And always remember, it's never too late to start taking care of your body, as long as you start today. Just a few simple movements each day can make a lasting difference to your health and quality of life. Be sure to watch the next video now displaying on your screen, where I'll guide you through eating habits and supplements that can help double the muscle strength recovery you're looking for. See you there.